check on the rep. Yep, second and none.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Jay and Shadow. Hi, Shadow. Say hi to the people. Look that way, not this way. Yeah, Shadow, everybody. So yes, I've been waiting for these figures for so very long. I'm a huge fan of the 2003 cartoon. I love this cartoon. And I was an 80s baby. I grew up with the original, like Fred Wolf Tmnt. But when the 2003 show came out, that was like my joint. And then it was like a little bit more serious of a tone. And it was a little bit, dark and gritty and edgy. And I kind of like that. The era of the 2000 cartoons was something special. The era of the 80s had some good cartoons. We had the original TMNT, and then during the 90s, we had Batman animated series, we had Spider-Man animated series, X-Men. That era was like something special, and then 2000 came in, and that era was something special too, but it was very short-lived for some shows. Now Turtles got like, I want to say 8 or 9 seasons, but like after season like 5 or 6, it turned to like crap. It went to Fast Forward and then Back to the Sewers, which I was just not a fan of. Not at all. Fast Forward was not my jam, and Back to the Sewers was not my jam. Animation changed, and it just looked like booty, man. I was like, nah. But like the first couple seasons of this show was lit. Then we had He-Man 2000, which was only 2 seasons, which was beat. That should have been more. Thundercats 2000, which was lit. Only had 1 season. Girl! Girl! Hey! I'm trying to make a video here. Hey! Come here. Come sit. Okay, she's not having that. She's like, nah, I'm gonna squeak. Well, I guess it's better than a cat sitting, huh? Come here! Okay, at least, give me that pizza. Anyway, so yeah, that era of cartoons, it was short-lived, but there were some bangers in there. But this show was something special to me. I love this show. I love the look of the characters. Utrom Shredder was something nuts, bro. He was something crazy. I can't wait to get that figure. That's my favorite version of Shredder. Is that Utrom Shredder with the with Sherelle. Even though he's not like the true Shredder, she got that pizza again. It's like he's not the true Shredder, but he was just as vicious. You know what I'm saying? Give me 1 second. Give me that pizza. Okay. So that was what was cool about him. And just the fact that he was just, that suit was amazing. That orange, not orange. Think of orange with these boxes. That silverish and gray looking suit. Like that mech suit that he had. It was so dope. But yeah, I finally got these bad boys in. Got the head pack in. This was, I'm going to take you on a little West Side Story real quick of how nerve-wracking and just annoying this whole process was with Super 7 and FedEx. Because, yeah, we're starting to get into the rant now. Like, dude, Super 7 sent out an email like late April saying, okay, if you need to change your shipping address, here's the link to change your shipping address. Send it in before a certain time, and then you'll be taken care of. I did that immediately. Immediately, you basically go in there, you click in the email. There's a little like space. There's a button that you click, and it automatically takes you to Super 7's email and takes you to what you have to do. Your name, your new address of where you want it shipped to. Right? I did that. Didn't hear anything back, no confirmation, nothing. So I'm like, okay. Waited a few days, and I'm like, okay, we're getting into May now. It's probably getting close. Let me just see if they change the address. Same email. They're acting like, okay, I'll get to that. Same email. Sent them another email saying, hey, I haven't heard any confirmation. I don't know if my address has changed or not. Can you please get back to me? Radio silence. Nothing. Then, when I start seeing these things ship out from Entertainment Earth, who got them first, before Super 7, then I'm like, okay, now I'm starting to like kind of get worried. I'm like, okay, let me send one more email out. Third email. Third one. And it's like, oh, this is the first email that we've gotten from you. Same email. And then they're like, okay, we'll contact FedEx. And because I was already trying to contact FedEx, and you can't change the shipping unless you're the one shipping out the product. So they're the only ones who could do it. If you're receiving the product, you can't change the shipping address. So they said, okay, we'll change it for you. No confirmation. No nothing. Again, radio silence afterwards. There's no confirmation of them changing it. You know, if you change something on FedEx, it'll automatically pop up in your, if you go to FedEx and you go to advanced shipment or advanced tracking or whatever, it'll automatically pop up. Didn't hear anything, so I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm going to take matters into my own hands. I went in, I was like, okay, this is going to a different address that I do not live at. Let me go in there, try to stop it, and put it, send it to a FedEx, place where I can go pick it up, a FedEx pickup location. I did that successfully, so I thought. And here's where FedEx is the problem. I called them, and I was like, yeah, all right, I just want to check the address that it's going to. They're like, no, it's not going to that address. You have to go in, or they'll have to have Super 7 contact us and all this other stuff. I think I called them first, and then I did it myself. I called them first, then I did it myself. It looked like it was confirmed, and then the next thing I know, it's shipped to that address that I don't live at. I live here, I don't live an hour away. And then I'm like, dude, what? WTF, like, what is going on? Why didn't they hold it at the location that I wanted them to hold it at? And why is Super 7 not saying, trying not to curse, why isn't Super 7 saying anything about this, right? They didn't say a word. Radio silence. No emails back. No confirmation. No nothing. They're like, hey, we got your money, son. We're done with you. So they don't care if your stuff goes to another address. As long as they have your money, they're like, we don't care. And it's kind of messed up. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, if this wasn't, like, luckily it went to my parents' house. So if this didn't go to my parents' house, and it was at some, say my parents moved out of that house and somebody else moved in there, I'd be asked out. It's like, yo, somebody else has my package. What are you guys going to do about that? I can't, like, run up on them and be like, yo, you guys got my package. Girl, shh. So it's like, that whole situation just frustrated me. Luckily, they still live there. I just went and scooped it up, spent some time with the folks, But, like, that's so annoying. Like, what kind of a company does that? I get you're going through layoffs. I get you're going through some rough times right now. We all are. Shoot, man. But, yo, you got a business to run. Your products are supposed to go out to customers. You read your emails, first of all. It's not like I sent you emails from, I didn't send it to different emails. I sent it to the one that you gave me. That's the one that you gave me is the one that I replied back to, and nothing. I got one response back, and they're like, "Okay, we'll work on it. We'll change the shipping address," and nothing after that. So yeah, like that kind of pisses me off. Like I'm not happy with that at all. You don't sit there and be like, "Okay, we have your money. We don't care where your stuff goes. You guys can piss off, like for real." Like Super 7, that's not cool. Whenever I've had a problem with NECA's fixed the problem. So I get that Super 7 is a smaller company, but you need to step your game up. Like, it is what it is. You need to step your game up. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it at all for anybody. I do know a guy that works at Super 7, talented artist, guy with the high school with, good guy, friend of mine. I didn't want to bug him with the situation. I hope he didn't get laid off. I haven't really spoken to him in a minute. But yeah, man, like, I don't want to bug him with the situation. I want to, take care of it myself. I don't know what department he works in or whatnot. But yo, man, you can't be doing that. Like, for real. Like, I wouldn't have these if my parents didn't live in that house. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's irritating. Something that I've wanted for so long. I try to do exactly what you tell me to do, and then you're like, nah. Like, okay, Like, we didn't get your email. Yes, you did. How did you get this email, but you didn't get the one, the two that I sent previously? And the two that I sent afterwards. I sent more because I'm like, yo, are you going to fix the situation or not? They don't know that I have the product, but I want to see if they actually respond to a customer complaint about something like this. And radio silence, man, that's just messed up. So that's my rant. So they can go kick rocks for real. Like, if I didn't want the freaking head pack, I'd have just been like, yo, give me my money back, man. But luckily, you know, it all worked out, fortunately. But I do have the next wave of these pre-ordered through Super 7. So that kind of sucks. Correct address. So that's the last time I'm ever dealing with them. I don't care if they I don't care about their incentives because they get stuff late anyway, after everybody else. They're, you know, I could care less about whoever. I do want the characters, but I can care less about their incentives after the first two waves. Don't care. Don't want to deal with this anymore. That kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Right? Rubbed us the wrong way, boo. So anyway, that's my, you know, that's my rant for right now. But I'm glad to have these guys in. They look cool. They look a little lacking on the accessories. Just like a first look on it. Girl, what are you barking at? Are you good? You good? Boop this thing? Okay. Anyway. Yeah, they look good, but they look like they're lacking some accessories. I'll go into further detail with each one. I'm going to do each one individually and do the head pack individually. Starting with Leo, then Raph, then Mikey, then Don. And for some reason, I like that order. Leo, Raph, Mikey, and Don. Ever since I was a kid, that was always my order. We're going to take a look. We're going to see the pros and the cons of these guys. What I think they should have came with. Because there's more. They should have came with at least one or two more accessories. Because it's kind of bare, man. This is bare minimum right here. The old figures came with, like, the weapons rack, came with the weapons rack with uncolored weapons, colored weapons, and then the figure itself with an extra head. These guys are just weapons, extra head, turtle com, extra hands. That's it. It's bare bones. For the amount of money that we're paying for these things, like, we should be getting more stuff. I don't know why they cut the accessories when the prices go up, you know what I mean? Inflation or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I don't get the logistics of it. But, yeah, it is what it is. But, happy to have these in hand. We're going to do some reviews. So, I'm going to be up for quite a while because I want to jump into these guys as soon as possible. I got my coffee here. It's like, what? It's got to be like 11, 12 o'clock at night. I don't care. I want to get into this. So, that's my rant. Good luck if you guys have any kind of issues with Super 7. I know one guy had an issue where I don't think he was getting the head pack. He didn't see it in his manifest. So good luck, my dude. Good luck even trying to get a hold of Super 7 because they're a nightmare to deal with. FedEx, yo, I didn't even get into FedEx when I'm trying to get a live agent on FedEx and they're giving me some robot and then you're going to hang up on me? Like, bro, yo, man, I was about to curse that robot out, boy. But anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this, the first look and the rant. I'm done with that. Now I want to get into the good stuff. I want to get into the meat and the potatoes. And I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Okay, I love you, but bye. Woo!